Jake Paul sparred with former world champion Jean Pascal and also cruiserweight contender.
Get my motherfucking money, Jake! 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 Get me my motherfucking money, Jake!
Personally, I find it so fascinating that Jake Paul went from being one of the most hated YouTubers, especially by the YouTube community itself, to basically everybody hate supporting this guy because he's the YouTuber that is ascending YouTube. Jake Paul just concluded his third fight with a knockout in the first round against this MMA dude. So yeah, this event, there's a lot to break down. A lot of things happened. There was a lot of music performances. DogaCat was there, Justin Bieber, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, just to name a few. Pete Davidson was there to bring on some memes and make fun of the event. Pete Davidson went around interviewing a lot of people. He was like the on-the-ground interviewer guy. I think they told him to literally just go ham and make fun of the event.
Well, thank you guys. Always wanted to do one of those things, you know. Seems really important. You could tell how professional this event is by them having me here. We are backstage at Jake Paul's dressing room, or locker room, if you want to call it that. And, you know, today's a really wild day for boxing because it just shows, you know, how low it's truly sunk. I think today proves the fact that if you have enough followers, you can truly fucking do whatever you want. I mean, maybe PewDiePie will cure cancer and Charlie D'Amelio will become a surgeon. Who knows? Tonight we have a bout between Ben Askren, who I don't know who that is still, and I've been reading up on him all week, and Jake Paul. And, you know, they both suck, but, you know, at least somebody's going to get hurt. Now, back to you guys in the booth. Some real announcers over there.
I think that's a good move from a marketing perspective because it kind of grounds the event and makes it be more relatable to the audience. One of my favorite parts of the event was when Ric Flair showed up and was wooing his heart out, and then he commentated a slap fight.
Guy beat death twice. Gotta respect that.
Yes!
Yes!
Gentlemen! Are we bad to the bone? Bad to the bone. Man, come on. Come on. One, two. Two, three. Whoa!
He's a showman. He's a showman.
Two, three.
The fights were mediocre, but the entertainment value that they brought with this event was actually pretty cool. One of my favorite parts of the show was Snoop Dogg. He was there for the whole event as a commentary. I think he's like a part owner of this whole event. He performed, he commentated, he hung out with everybody, and I loved his reaction when Jake Paul landed that knockout. Oh my God. It's like this event was a whole party. Snoop Dogg and Pete Davidson are obviously on something. I mean, just check this out.
We got the funk, hey, gotta have that funk, too. We want the funk, hey, gotta have that funk, too. We want the funk, hey. Well, guess what? We want Jake Paul, and he comes.
One thing that I didn't really like about this was that they kept having a ton of sound issues. Like, we kept hearing, like, audio delays or, like, audio doubling up in certain points. There was a point during the national anthem where the first minute was literally muted.
This fight for the ramparts we watched.
They spent all this money to get all these celebrities there and have this huge production, but they cheaped out on the audio guy. I could see how some people wouldn't like this. I personally did like it, but they brought a lot of the artists in and performed really popular TikTok songs.
My best friend, she a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor.
The performances were really high quality. They were choreographed, but there were some funny moments too, like when Justin Bieber forgot that he had a final song to sing.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. We the band, baby. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Dance with me under the diamond.
There was this one particular moment that stood out to me where they had this random guy, like they just showed a camera to a guy that says, "Why am I here?"
Oh, what a motherfucking night.
There was a lot of great memes that came out on Twitter. Here's a few. I particularly liked this one where they show Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube next to each other, but they're like super old. I thought this one was pretty interesting. It says, "I'm sorry, so this is the world we live in. YouTuber Jake Paul just knocked out a professional MMA fighter, went and got the belt from TikToker Charlie D'Amelio, and is now hugging and drinking with Snoop Dogg. What?" I thought this one was really funny. Breaking, former rapper Snoop Dogg has been hospitalized for back pains from carrying the Jake Paul versus Ben Askren fight. Everyone's saying Snoop Dogg was the best part of it, and you know what? I can't disagree there. He was amazing. Courage chimes in and says, "Is anyone else confused how they actually got Justin Bieber, DogaCat, Snoop Dogg, and more to perform? There's such a ridiculous amount of celebrities there. Is everyone paid? I need to hear more about this." They even brought in Steve Urkel, who smoked weed with Snoop Dogg. They smoked purple Urkel.
You wouldn't happen to have one of those spaceship pens. Magically delicious. Okay, which side do I hit it from?
The side that's not the USB port. Hey, Snoop, you doing okay? I warned you. That purple Urkel is some potent stuff.
Again, all the fights were kind of mediocre and they're not even worth talking about, except the final fight, which wasn't really even a fight. It was basically one punch thrown and it was over.
Jake Paul sparred with former world champion Jean Pascal and
Get
also
my money,
cruiserweight
Jake. Get
contender.
my motherfucking money, Jake. Get 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 me my motherfucking money, Jake. Finish him. Finish him. Finish him. Finish him. Finish him.
What a finish him. And this one is over. Jake Paul. Jake Paul. Jake motherfucking Paul.
All in all, it was a wild event. It did have its issues. It did have its pacing issues. I think they have a lot to work out, but I'm excited to see more internet celebrity fights in the future. Jake Paul, love him or hate him, has ascended his prior achievements as a YouTuber and all the other things that he's done, and is now legitimately going forward as a boxer. I know people have been saying that, but we're seeing it yet again. There is one huge criticism a lot of people are making, and I have to agree. When is Jake Paul going to fight an actual boxer? This last guy was like basically retired already and is out of shape and not ready for this fight. Jake Paul is ambitious and he wants to be this huge boxing star, and he's putting everything he's got into his training and hiring the best people to help make that happen. This other dude just lost a fight and he's like, well, that's my last fight. I'm gonna go back to coaching wrestling again. So yeah, we need to see Jake Paul go up against someone who's training just as intensely as he is. That's the fight we want to see. Anyways, guys, that does it for today's episode of The Feed. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you very much. I am Papa Stanimus. I love making these videos for you. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment down below with what you think about this fight, and I'll see you in the next video.